but it is about the most important sentence in your entire essay that you're going to be writing. Okay. In any formal essay that you write moving forward, and this will be the same in every single class that you take from here on out, when they talk about a main idea of your essay, what they're talking about is a thesis statement. If you had me last year, you should kind of remember hearing thesis statement at least more than once. But we didn't get to do a ton of work with it because of the way our third quarter ended. Right? So because of that, we're starting with kind of a new concept for most of you. And that's a thesis statement. A thesis statement is, just like it says in your directions here, the introduction is the final sentence in your introductory paragraph. So in the first paragraph of your essay, and you should end up with 5 total paragraphs if you count this out right. The introduction is your first paragraph. First main body paragraph is your first claim. The second is your second claim. The third paragraph is your counterclaim. The first is your introduction. Second is your first claim. Third is your second claim. And then the fourth paragraph, which is your third main body paragraph, is your counterclaim. And then the fifth paragraph is your conclusion. Okay. But everything that starts the entire thing off is the final sentence in your introduction, and that's your thesis statement. The thesis statement is ultimately what you are arguing and why. How many of you are arguing that social media and technology complicates the actions of adolescents? Okay. Jake, why are you arguing that that's the case?
Because people can be too addicted to it.
Okay. If that is your main focus of your essay, right, you should have in there social media and technology complicates the actions of adolescents because adolescents can become far too addicted to it. Boom. That's your thesis statement. It's what you want people to know about what you're saying. Does that make sense? Natalie, what about you? You're saying that it complicates?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it makes you miss out on family gatherings and stuff.
Okay, so while social media and technology can be helpful, it complicates the actions of adolescents because you end up missing out on family time or spending time with people that are important to you. That's your thesis statement. If that's your main argument, if that's what you're wanting to say, that should be the last sentence in your introduction. Okay? Who's saying that social media and technology improves the lives of adolescents? Connie, why are you saying it improves?
As social media can allow you to interact with many other people from many other parts of the world and see their culture and their ways they live.
Connie, if you just get that down on paper, I don't think you have to change anything about your thesis statement.
I just thought of that straight off the point.
Outstanding. I think it's a great example. Social media and technology can allow people to interact with people from different backgrounds, different cultures from around the world. Boom. That's your thesis statement. Where should that be found at, Connie?
The end of the introduction.
The last sentence in your introduction. Kyler?
It helps like if we have virtual days.
Okay. So it can, I would go even more or even broader with it can help encourage a larger base for education, right? Because that's what virtual days are, is it allows us to have expand what education is. Okay. So social media and technology improves the lives of adolescents because it allows them to be able to improve their education and expand their education. That's your thesis statement. Boom. Anybody else have anything different or any clarity for your thesis statement? Does it make sense what a thesis statement is?
Yeah.
It is the thing that you want people to know from your essay. Now, everything else that you write, what should it be supporting? The statement, that thesis statement. Everything should be aimed and directed at that thesis statement. Okay, if you have a broader thesis statement, because I know that a couple of hours talked about social media and technology complicates the actions of adolescents, but it can be used appropriately if parents are guiding them along those right routes. So it starts off that it sounds like they're going to talk about it being complicated, but it actually is an essay about how it can be used appropriately. and how it can improve the actions of adolescents. Okay, so there are ways to kind of aim this in different directions. Anyone else need help thinking of a thesis statement that we can pop out there and get some ideas about? Okay, if you do as you're going, let me know. Today, what you should be getting finished is your word web should definitely be finished, and your introduction should be started and hopefully completed by the end of today. I'm giving you the rest of the hour to work. It's about 25 minutes. Questions before I turn you loose? What's up, Connie?
What am I supposed to be researching at this moment? Like, what do I research for my word web?
It's all of the research that we did prior to this, the 20 activities that we did prior. So all the evidence that you need from or for that word web comes from the activities we've done before. That's why I've been telling you guys to make sure to keep up with them, because that's the stuff you're going to be using to write your paper. Alex?
I understand about how we're using slides as our evidence, but I have a question. I know that slides have numbers, but every single new Google slide just starts out the same number, so I understand how we're supposed to number.
Okay, so the number, that hashtag number that you see, that what's called the octothorpe, what you guys call a hashtag, that is the assignment number. So that number tells you what assignment you're on. So which assignment are you pulling from a slide?
Right now I'm doing well, I just put down something that I put down in my homework. I didn't like copy an assignment or anything.
That's okay, but did it come from a piece of reading that you read? Did it come from, was your paraphrased idea from something you read?
Yeah.
Okay. What assignment did you put that slide down on?
I have to look back on that.
Okay. And then that assignment has a number with it, right? Then you can copy that number down. And then the slide is that slide that it came from. So you got to have the assignment number and the slide number. Now, Alex, one of the things that I told people, if you want to also take that idea that you have on the slide and copy and paste it onto your word web underneath the slide number, that's okay to do as well if you want it all in one place. All right. Okay. I'll give you the rest of the hour to work. Make sure we're working in a forward direction. Word web introduction.